Nationalism in India. In part 5, we will learn about Khilafat and non-cooperation movement and the Khilafat, or as it is also called Caliphate, issue. Mass movements. Two mass movements organized in 1919 to 1922 to oppose the British rule in India are the Khilafat movement and the non-cooperation movement. The movements, despite having different issues, adopted a unified plan of action of non-violence and non-cooperation. This time period saw the unification of Congress and the Muslim League. Many political demonstrations took place with the joint effort of both these parties. Causes of the movements. The following factors served as the background of the two movements. Government hostilities. The Rowlatt Act, the imposition of martial law in Punjab, and the Jallianwala Bagh massacre exposed the brutal and uncivilized face of the foreign rule. The Hunter Commission on the Punjab atrocities proved to be an eyewash. The House of Lords of the British Parliament endorsed General Dyer's action. Also, discontented Indians. The Montagu-Chelmsford reforms, with their ill-conceived scheme of diarchy, failed to satisfy the rising demand of the Indians for self-government. Economic hardships. The economic situation of the country in the post-war years had become alarming, with a rise in prices of commodities, decrease in production of Indian industries, increase in burden of taxes and rents, etc. Almost all sections of society suffered economic hardship due to the war, and this strengthened the anti-British attitude. Khilafat or Caliphate issue. Turkey's alliance against British. The Muslims all over the world, including India, regarded the Sultan of Turkey as their spiritual leader, Khalifa or Caliph. During the First World War, Turkey had allied with Germany and Austria against the British. Discontented Indian Muslims. The Indian Muslims supported the government during the First World War with an understanding that the sacred places of Ottoman Empire would be in the hands of Khalifa. Despite the assurance by the British, after the war, the Ottoman Empire was divided. Turkey was dismembered and the Khalifa was removed from power. This angered the Muslims, who took it as an insult to the Khalifa. The Ali brothers, Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali, started the Khilafat movement against the British government. This movement took place between 1919 and 1924. Khilafat Committee. In early 1919, the All India Khilafat Committee was formed under the leadership of the Ali brothers, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Ajmal Khan and Hasrat Mohani to force the British government to change its attitude to Turkey. Thus, the ground for a countrywide agitation was prepared. An All India Khilafat Conference was held in Delhi in November 1919 and the call was made to boycott the British goods. Demands of Indian Muslims. In India, the Muslims demanded from the British that the Khalifa's control over Muslim sacred places should be retained. The Khalifa should be left with sufficient territories after territorial arrangements. Congress's initial stand. The support of the Congress was essential for the Khilafat movement to succeed. Although Mahatma Gandhi was in favor of launching Satyagrah and non-cooperation against the government on the Khilafat issue, the Congress was not united on this form of political action. The Congress later felt inclined to provide its support as it was a golden opportunity to unite the Hindus and the Muslims and to bring Muslim participation in such mass movements. Also, the Muslim League also decided to give full support to the Congress and its agitation on political questions. In November 1919, a joint conference of the Hindus and the Muslims held under the chairmanship of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was particularly interested in bringing the Hindus and the Muslims together to achieve the country's independence. In February 1920, Gandhiji suggested to Khilafat committee that it adopt a program of non-violent non-cooperation to protest the government's behavior. On 9 June 1920, the Khilafat committee at Allahabad unanimously accepted the suggestion of non-cooperation and asked Gandhiji to lead the movement. The Khilafat movement merged with the non-cooperation movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in 1920. This brings us to the end of the video on Nationalism in India Part 5. Thank you for viewing. Keep revising. The next video on Khilafat movement shall be uploaded soon.